Hey guys, so let's not talk about what's going on with my hair right now because this used to be a really super dope braid out, but the humidity here in Florida just doesn't like me. So I've currently got this extra fluff poof thing going on right now. But anyway, that's not what the video is about today. Today I want to talk to you guys about length retention and how I managed to get my hair so long. So I've got a couple of steps that I want to tell you. Well, not really steps, but well, I got a list, and I'm gonna tell you guys everything that's on the list. It's in no particular order. Nothing is any more important than the other, but these are just a couple of things that I've kind of figured out along the way that work for me. Okay, so I just trimmed it not too long ago. It was starting to get a little bit too complicated for my own life, but I have a measuring tape right here, and we're gonna see what's going on. I wish I could show you guys where it is right now, but I didn't bring my tripod. So I'm kind of mobile, but my hair is a little bit above my waist, and we are at right now 19 inches, and that's from right here down. So I do have a couple layers, so my hair's quite a few lengths, but pretty much I'm at 19 inches, and like my waistline is 20, so I'm about an inch off, which I probably just hacked off like yesterday, but it's cool. But yeah, everyone's always asking me how I got my hair so long. To be completely honest with you, I never took any of those pills. I never did Hairfinity or any of that stuff. I just couldn't be bothered. If you take care of your hair, it will grow. I don't really believe in hair having a maximum length. Like, I feel like it can grow forever if you let it, but some people beg to differ. But anyway, let me get into my list and I'll let you guys know what I think. Make sure that you find products that you love, not just that you love, that your hair loves. You want to find products that work well with your hair, that keep your hair really moisturized and soft. That makes a big deal. Keep in mind that the products you use don't have to be $1 bajillion. Like, in the beginning of my journey, I spent so much money on hair products, and I'm not going to go into the list of all the things that are still sitting underneath my cupboard because they did not work that great. These days, I'm living for Aussie Moist. I've been using that conditioner since pretty much the beginning, and a couple of other products that I really love are Eden Body Works. I use those a lot. If you check out some of the product reviews, I do have some Eden Body Works stuff, and I actually just got some other things from their line. I'll be doing a review on that soon. And coconut oils and vitamin E oils, just stuff that I pick up all over the place. Shea butter. I just kind of experiment and see what my hair likes, and if I don't like it, I stick it under the cupboard and give it to or swap it out with a friend of mine. Simple. You don't have to spend a lot of money to find good products that your hair loves, okay? Remember that. Don't be a hair junkie. It's not cute, and it's expensive. Okay, so you want to make sure that you take good care of your ends. They're the oldest and most fragile parts of your hair. They've been there the longest. It's super important that you keep them sealed, keep them moisturized, and whenever you're not trying to be cute, protect your ends. Put your hair up in a protective style. Like, 80% of the time my hair is in a bun, or I have my ends tucked away, pinned away, and I feel like that's really helped me retain a lot of length because I haven't been having a lot of breakage. So with protective styles, some people choose to do braids and some people choose to do sew-ins. That's all great and fine, but when you do those type of styles, you also have to be very careful who you have put them in. Like, a lot of times people get these sew-ins that rip out their hair from the scalp, and what's the point of protecting strands you got if you're ripping it out from the top of your head? Like, be really careful with that. With the heavy braids and twists, those really do a job on your scalp, and they pull your hair out from the roots. So just be very careful and be very mindful with who you have installing these protective styles into your hair. You know, besides like braiding or my own hair twist and pinning them under in buns, protective styles, I'm down with a good wig. As long as you're not gluing it, or as long as you don't leave it in too long to like pull out your edges, because sometimes they're just too tight and that messes with your edges. You want those, so it's important. You definitely want to make sure that your hair is tied down at night. Please, please. I feel like that's so important. Not only will that save time because you're not going to wake up in the morning looking crazy as hell, it will help to maintain your hairstyle that you went to bed with. Or you can just sleep on the dry cotton pillow and it will dry out your hair and suck all the moistures, and all the oils will end up in your pillow, which will then end up on your face, which will then possibly cause a whole nother acne situation going on. You don't want that. Put on a scarf. And if you don't want to do that, you can try a satin pillowcase, a bonnet. Some of y'all think it's hood, but whatever, my hair is still cute. Something that I do very often and that I live for and live by is deep conditioning. I try to deep condition at least once a week. Sometimes when I'm busy, every other week, but I feel like that's really, really, really important in having healthy hair. That's kind of like the basis of moisturizing. So before you go and apply all your moisturizers and your leave-ins and your stylers, you want to deep condition because that's what puts it in there in the beginning. And because of my hair type, I use warm water to really open up the pores and let the products get in there and just do its thing. Like, deep conditioning has saved me from chopping off lots of knots, and I think it's really important. Deep condition. Now you need to come up with a consistent regimen, something that you know works for you. Like, for example, let me tell you what I do. Once a week, I co-wash and deep condition. After I do that, I usually finger detangle. We'll get into that later. I finger detangle, I put in my leave-in conditioner, and then I will apply my styler. After my styler, which is usually my Eco Mix or flaxseed gel, I will apply some oil to my ends to seal those in. That's my regimen. Whether it's me doing a wash and go or me doing a twist out or some kind of braid situation, I stick to the same regimen. For the most part, I'm using the same products. Now, once a month, I will shampoo and use a big tooth comb to comb it out. Because as good as finger detangling is for your hair, you're not going to get all the knots out. So once a month, I shampoo, make sure I get all the excess buildup off my scalp, and I comb out my hair with a big tooth comb. If I'm having a good month where my hair is braided and I really don't need to comb it out, I won't. You kind of play that by ear. If your hair is really knotty, get the comb through it, pull that bad boy out, because eventually what's going to happen is you're getting all this new growth and they're going to be coiling into each other and your roots are going to get all knotty and nobody has time for that. Now this was one of the hardest things for me. Keep your hands out of your hair. Do you know how hard that was for me? I'm always in it. I always feel like it's not big enough. I'm always zhuzhing and expanding and trying to get more life into this bad boy. But seriously, your hands shouldn't be in your hair all the time. Not only is that bad for your hair all the time, but it is also bad for your face, okay? Don't do it. Keep your hands out of your hair. Not only will that help to maintain your style better, but if you need more volume, use your blow dryer and just get into the roots before. Just try your best to keep your hands out of your hair. Like, I have an issue where I'm always in my hair, and if I see a split end or something, I gotta go get scissors and cut it, and I get scissor happy, and next thing you know, I go and trim my hair. That's exactly what happened to me. Keep your hands out of your hair. A lot of y'all struggle with this, but it is very important. Trims. I don't have a time schedule that I trim my hair. I don't trim it every 6 weeks. I don't trim it every month. I trim it when I feel like I need to trim. I know my hair. I kind of can tell when it needs to be trimmed because it gets really hard to manage. My ends start to get knotted up. So literally what I do is I take just, you know, I prefer to like do them when they're defined. And I'll just cut a snip off at the end. Sometimes I'll just comb them out and just cut a little off the ends. Whatever, my hair's probably not perfectly straight, but I don't wear it straight anyway. So if you do feel the need, go get it professionally trimmed, get you a proper shape, and then just kind of follow it. Like, it's not that hard. I'm not trying to pay nobody to trim this. This is not... You know how much people try to charge me? Let's not even get into that. Don't ever use a towel in your hair. The fibers, even the microfiber, Even the microfibers, I don't use those. The fibers get all knotted up in my hair, and not only do they get all tangled up in there, I find towel bits and everything. So the best way to dry your hair, if you are going to, is use a t-shirt. Just take an old t-shirt, tie that bad boy over your head, squeeze out the excess water, and then you can go from there. Either air dry the rest of it or use your diffuser. I use a t-shirt a lot when I'm like on the run and I'm gonna do a wash and go, but I don't want wet hair slopping and stopping everywhere because it's gross. Be really careful with ponytail holders, you know, like the bands that you wrap around your hair for your ponytail. Don't use rubber bands. Don't do that. I have these scrunchy ponytail holders that they're made of this rubber, but they don't pull my hair out. I wish I had one right now to show you, but I don't. But I don't. Yeah, but anyway, you don't want to pull your hair too tight, because what happens is when you keep pulling your hair too tight in an extremely tight ponytail, you're going to start ripping the edges out. But not only that, it's going to create a bend in your hair. And when you keep putting that ponytail so tight, you're going to end up getting breakage right along where the hairband goes in your hair. I used to have that. I stopped. These days, because I have so much hair, usually I could slick it back, take a band, put it around once, tie it down with a scarf, and I don't really need to do it any more tighter than that. Not that it could fit more than once anyway, but yeah. So another thing that is hard for quite a few of you, it's not hard for me because I feel real plain when my hair is straight, stay away from the heat. Like, if you do it every once in a while, it's cool, you know, whatever. But don't think that you're going to be able to straighten your hair out and blow it out and flat iron it every day and think that your hair is going to stay healthy. Like, healthy hair grows. Actually, like, all hair grows, but healthy hair allows you to retain length. So just be mindful with the flat iron and keep in mind that hair burns at, I can't remember, hold on. Hair burns at 451 degrees, which is the same as paper. So don't think that you need to put that flat iron on the hottest setting. I know some people say, oh, put it on the hottest one, then you could just pass through it once. But I've also heard people fry all their hair off in one setting. Everybody's hair is different. Yours may be able to take more, but just don't do that. Some ways you can get your hair straighter is to prep it, you know, like put them in 4 big twists. Make sure you comb them out first. Like, if you can see, like, my hair was in a braid out, so it's not as tightly curled as it usually is right now. Look closely. Like, this right now would be a lot easier for me to blow dry and flat iron, or I wouldn't even have to blow it at this point because it's dry, but this right here would be a lot easier for me to flat iron than the coil. So, you know, put your hair in 4 braids or put it in some bantu knots and then do them in sections, small sections, not the highest heat, and I'm pretty sure you can get your hair decently straight. Honestly, people have been asking me to do tutorials on a flat iron. It's really storming. People have been asking me to do a video about flat ironing my hair, but I don't really like to do that. I did have it straightened a couple months ago, but that was for a photo shoot, so whenever it happens, I'll do the video. It just probably won't be anytime soon. But don't worry, guys. I got you. And I'll show you how to get your hair straight enough. Like, it's not that hard. And the last thing I could think of is just be mindful that you are what you eat. Eat healthy. Like, drink water, plenty of it. Take your vitamins. Eat your vegetables. Like, I feel like your hair, your nails, like your skin is an extension of your inside. So anything that you put inside of you is going to come back out. So like if you have a really crappy diet, you're going to find that your nails are breaking, your skin is bad. But you know, just be mindful of what you're eating. I'm not telling you to go vegan or become a vegetarian. Just remember that everything you eat makes you. Do I have anything else? I don't think I have anything else. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All lies. One more step. The most important thing to retain length and grow your hair out super long is patience. Patience. Y'all gotta be patient. All this didn't show up overnight. If you guys check out my natural hair story, which I'll put in the link below, you guys can see that I started my journey in 2009. I transitioned till 2011. Then I chopped it off. It was pretty short, but it's grown out. It's been years. I've been fully natural since 2011. January 2011. We're now in January. What month is this? We're now in April 2015. So it's been 4 years. You know, like, you can grow your hair out this long in 4 years. I'm trying to show y'all where it is right now, but I don't have a tripod. It's down there. Just be patient. That's the best way. Be patient. Take care of your hair. You know, if you want some extra flair, get a wig. I got 2. So what? Like, don't let anybody pressure you. Enjoy your hair at every stage that it's at. Like, sometimes I miss my cute little do. All I have to do is wet it and go about my business. This thing takes forever to dry. So just enjoy your journey. Appreciate your journey. Be mindful of everything you use. Try different products. Find what works for you. You don't gotta spend all your money at the hair store, but, you know, just try different things. You can try different homemade remedies, like, you know, different types of conditioning treatments. Like, I've got a couple of DIY hair smoothies. There's so many options. Just try things and be patient. And I think that's all I got for y'all today. But listen, I love you. You're super special to me, and your hair will grow. Just give it time. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I need to go and do something with this. Love you much.
Grip 16s on the mattress. Can't wait much longer to get you undressed. Too much liquor in my system. Got me running back